Biking, whether for leisure, exercise, or commuting, has gained quite a bit of traction since spring of 2020, and nothing is pointing at this slowing down anytime soon. In this video, we'll spend a few brief minutes taking a look at the Cannondale Synapse Sora. Now, to give you a little bit of perspective, I've owned this bike for about a year now. Prior to this bike, I had a bike that was about $150 that I bought at Target. So, as one would expect, the difference is night and day. I've been lucky to be able to ride about 720 miles since I have bought the bike, and I haven't had a single issue with it during that time. Getting into the hobby can be a little bit intimidating at first, but you shouldn't let this scare you off. I'm certainly glad that I started riding. Alright, but let's just briefly go over some of the specifications of this 22.9 pound bike. First of all, it does have a carbon fiber front fork, while the rest of the frame is made of aluminum alloy with internal routing of all cables. Shimano Sora front derailleur and Shimano rear cassette and rear cogs, as well as Shimano levers throughout. It has 2 gears in the front and 2 in the rear. One of the things that caught my eye when I was buying the bike is that it does have rotor brakes in the front and rear. Bikes without rotor brakes do tend to be a little bit cheaper, so I think if you're trying to save some money, staying away from rotor brakes will probably not impact your performance. If anything, it'll make the bike lighter. The tires are 700 millimeters in diameter and 28 millimeters in width. Now, if you're just getting into the hobby, let me tell you some absolute truths about road cycling. The seats, or saddles as they're known, are typically very uncomfortable, so getting a good pair of padded cycling pants is a must. No, you don't need to spend a ton of money on cycling shoes when you first start out. These can actually be dangerous when you don't know what you're doing, because it takes a little while to get used to the clipless clips. Those 720 miles that I rode have just been in regular sneakers and regular pedals. The bike is only one piece of the equation. Keep in mind that you will still need to spend money on accessories as well as clothing. Overall, I'm very satisfied with getting into the hobby and with the purchase of this bike. This hobby can get expensive very quickly if you go for brand name accessories. So in the next few videos, I'm hoping to go over some of the accessories that I bought and whether or not I would buy them again, or maybe go for an alternative option. If you own this bike and would like to share your opinion about it and whether or not you would recommend it, feel free to leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one.